Hey guys, Mr. Blue here. We are finally getting around to making some more videos. Had a lot of people ask me, hey man, when are you going to put some more videos on YouTube? I was like, well, as soon as I get some time, I'll get right on that. Today, we've got a Glock 43, and it's pretty basic right now, just stock. It's got a nice factory night sight, or not a factory, but I think it might be a Mega Dot up there. Anyways, it looks pretty nice. Today on this gun, we are going to, of course, sand off all the existing texture, and we're going to go for a new pattern. I'm doing this gun for a buddy of mine, and he didn't really know what he wanted, so I threw some ideas at him, showed him some pictures of some practice I'd done, and I'm actually going to do a pattern on this called Armor, is what I'm going to call it. It kind of has a chainmail like texture, that kind of look to it. So we'll see how it turns out. It looks good, but this will be the first full gun I've actually done this complete pattern to. Let's see here. Oh, I've had a few people asking what kind of ammo I run in my carry guns. These are SIG. Let's see, V Crown. These are SIG V Crowns, and I believe these are the 147 grain. You can see here, they got a big fat nose for a really good expansion. Actually, when I deer hunt with my 10mm Glock, the Glock 40, I use the same type of rounds. Of course, they're 10mm. I think they're 180 grain. Might be wrong about that, but yeah, I think they're 180s, and they got that big, nice nose on them. Killed a doe with it last year. Of course, a lot of y'all probably watched that video, and had good expansion. She only went about 100 yards. Anyways, all right, so we're gonna get to work on this. I'm gonna start sanding the texture down, and I guess I better turn the compressor on. The shop's kind of a mess right now, but there's got a fox drying out back here. Trapped it a couple weeks ago. Got some cereal going on just in case we get hungry, and gotta have the coffee. There's some other hides, but anyways, all right, let's get started on this gun.
I can make you do some things you never thought you could, and I can make you go somewhere that you never thought you would. And in the morning of every day, I'm waiting by your door. Ooh, I am fear. Ooh, I am fear. Can keep you in when you really ought to go, and tell you all these things to say when you should just say no. And you can face me now, or you can turn and run. Ooh, I am fear. Ooh, I am fear.
All right, stippling is about to commence. Alright, I freshen up my border lines with Sharpie again, just because even Sharpie will rub off this slick polymer. Freshen those up. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to start in this corner. Alright, and I've got got our stippling device. That's a wood burner. Got it warming up. I'm using a tip that is kind of like a square on the end. I don't know if I can get that to focus or not. But anyways, I make my own tips, so anything you see me do, it's not like you can just run out to Hobby Lobby or Walmart and get the stuff to do this. Like you gotta custom make these tools most of the time. What it is, it's gonna look like I'm gonna start in this corner, and I'm gonna kind of go left to right, and I'm gonna interlock these squares. So I'm gonna start here, and then just kind of like that, all the way across the surface of the gun. All right, then it'll just wrap around to the other side. I'm also going to do the this magazine on this. Of course, I'm going to unload the bullets out of it, and I'm going to match the bottom of this magazine to the gun. But I'm going to finish the gun first, just so I can see where I'm trying to match up the lines. Like I said, that pattern is going to be going diagonal across the gun, so I'm going to try to match it to the mag. So I want to do the gun part first, and then I'll match it to the magazine. I think it'll go a lot easier. All right, here we go.
Show up when I want, no, I don't call ahead. that you forget the things your daddy said. And you need less of me than you really know. Use me to get your way. In the end, you'll lose control.
All right. Wow. So I'm halfway finished with the frame stippling, and I am wishing that this was my gun. I'm really liking the way this has turned out. It's kind of hard to keep. The hardest thing about this is keeping your tip turned the same direction, and you can kind of tell that, but that also adds the effect. Remember, this is called armor, so it's kind of like a chainmail type stipple. It's supposed to look like interlocking chain. If you ever looked at a chain locked together, they're not all turned the same direction necessarily. So it kind of has that, gives it that effect, especially when you change the contour of it and look at it at different angles. It, you know, you can tell it still looks good. You know, it's not perfect, and if it was perfect, I'd do it on a laser engraving machine, but this is custom hand stippled work. I mean, so deal with it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and finish the frame stippling. I'll do the border stipple, and then I'll polish up the undercuts, and then that's about it. And then I'll have to do that mag. So, all right, here we go. Just so you all have a quick idea, I'm going to start this side, and I'm kind of go the same thing I did on the other side, but I'm just going to kind of show you what it looks like in real time, the speed that I go at. I'm trying to get an angle to where y'all can actually see what I'm trying to do here. A lot of people ask me, how do you know how deep to go? Well, it just takes practice. You never start stippling on an actual gun, especially one that doesn't belong to you. You just find anything you can get your hands on that's plastic or polymer, and polymers are different, but you basically the same idea. No matter what you get a hold of, it's basically the same. It's gonna have the same effect. You're melting divots into plastic. I mean, so this is pretty much what it's like. Yeah, I do that probably. I'm gonna do that right there a couple hundred more times, and we're gonna have a finished gun. Oh, another thing I was gonna talk about when we're talking about plastics, like the material that a SIG, like a P320 frame's made out of, if you watch that other video, is different than this Glock polymer. And honestly, I prefer the Glock polymer. It, like, if you feel that right now, it's kind of smooth. Not smooth, but like the very edges of the stippling, you know, where it raises up, feels much nicer than when you do a SIG. When you touch your heat, when you put the heat to a SIG and it raises up these edges, they're sharp and rough. So they take a lot more work to get a desired effect that you want. But it's not that big a deal. But the polymers are different. Like this AR-15 mag, like I've got these mags laying around everywhere, different patterns I do. And this right here, like that right there will cut you almost. Like it's just the type of polymer that these mags are made out of, and are just so different. Like that right there is extremely rough. Like nobody would ever want that on their gun. If this is what a finished product felt like, it'd be miserable. So this Glock polymer, it's what we like. I'll switch you back to super speed.
I can make you do some things you never thought you could. And I can make you go somewhere that you never thought you would. In the morning of every day, I'm waiting by your door. Ooh, I am fear. Ooh, I am fear. Ooh, I am fear.
Boom. All right, the frame is completely stippled. So basically my plan right now is when I take this, I'm actually supposed to take this to the customer today. I got a real early start on this. I started about 7 o'clock this morning. Right now I've got exactly 2 hours in. It's just after 9 o'clock. So it's going fairly quick. At this point, I'd say I'd probably be over 3 hours in a larger gun, like a Glock 19 or 17 or something like that, a full size gun. But so right now, what's about to happen next is I'm going to stipple. He wanted a micro dot border. You normally don't do those, and I've already mentioned that, but it's not a big deal. I've done them before. My very first gun I did a micro dot border, and they turn out really nice. And they look real clean on these 43s. I don't know why, but they do look good on them. So that's what I'm gonna do. I've got to polish up those undercuts, which I'm pretty sure I mentioned that because right now they just look like rough. So I'll take care of that. A lot of people ask me, doesn't this affect your integrity of your frame right here when you take so much material off? Well, no. I mean, all that's doing is keeping your finger inside there and keeping your trigger protected. It's not like it's got to be particularly stout. This part up here needs to be good because that's normally the part that'll lock into a holster, depending on what kind of holster you use, but it's whatever. If you don't like it, then don't get it, is what I tell people. I mean, it makes no difference to me. I do charge a little bit extra to do undercut, but I don't care. It's your gun, do whatever you want with it. So I'm about to get that border going on, and then I'm going to work on this mag. I'm going to go ahead and slide this in there, and I do have rounds in it, but there's no, of course it won't lock in there because there's no real, I got the mag release out. But I'm going to try to line it up so that I'm going to run the border around this, and I'm actually thinking about bringing the stippling on down to the edge of this. That way it's a little more flush. I'm not decided that for sure. I think that border, that thin border I've got all the way around, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep that. So, and we'll see how it goes. All right, let's do it.
You would. In the morning of every day, I'm waiting by your door. Ooh, I am feared. Ooh, I am feared. Show up when I want, no, I don't call ahead. Won't let you forget the things your daddy said. And you need less of me than you really know. Use me to get your way, in the end you'll lose control.
This project's about to come to an end. I am so satisfied with how this has turned out. I'm honestly hoping when I take this to my buddy later today that he's like, man, I hate it, so I can try to buy it off of him. But I'm about finished. I'm satisfied with how this turned out. Next time I do a 43 or 42 like this, shut up, Kerslow. I'm just going to leave the mag in it. That way I can kind of flow this. It looks okay. It still flows pretty good. But I want to make sure, I'm just going to leave the mag in there when I do that. I'm very satisfied with how that turned out. Got the micro dot border done. It's not my favorite, but it's the cheapest border I do. It's actually, to me, it's more tedious than the other ones I do. But, I'm all about pleasing what the customer wants. So, finish that up. All I gotta do is polish the undercuts, and I'm gonna slap this thing together, go throw a couple rounds through it, just because it's what I like to do.
Ooh, I am feared. Ooh, I am feared.
Alright, this frame is about to come to an end. You can see I've polished the underside of that, and you can tell there's a lot of, there's divots. Like, it looks like it's kind of rough, but man, it's very smooth. And I'm going to clean it up some more. I still got a little more polishing to do on it. I'm going to get the sandpaper back on it. And I've got one more surprise in store for my buddy. He didn't ask for this, but I know that he is a man of the Word of God, quite like myself. So I know he loves the word, so he's gonna get a little surprise right here on the bottom. I'm so satisfied with this. Sweet little gun, man. All right, here's the surprise I got for him. Got a nice little cross on the undercut. Praise God. All right, that's it, guys. I'm gonna take this out. I've actually, I'm gonna shoot a couple rounds through it, and then that's it. I always like to test them when I finish with them. Just see how it feels. I like it. I'm really not a fan of the pocket style guns, the slim slides. They're nice, but I prefer 19s. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I will let you in on a little secret. I'm actually going to be offering Cerakote real soon, by the end of this winter. So by the end of January 2018, in February, I will be, this is just my home shop right now, but I've got another piece of property where I'll be opening a full-fledged gun shop, where I'll of course be doing framework. We're going to offer Cerakote, and when I get my machines in, I'll actually be milling slides. So if you want slide cuts, Cerakote, any kind of modifications to any kind of Glock, handguns, I'm going to be building custom rifles. The list goes on and on. So stay tuned for that. When all that stuff gets fired up, I'll be letting you know. But if you're interested in pricing, of course, my buddy here, he won't be paying. I'll be giving him a little discount here, but I will, like this gun right now, like if you call me or send me a message on Instagram, my Instagram page is Cumberland Gap Tactical. It's real easy. Just search it up on Instagram or Facebook, Cumberland Gap Tactical, and you'll be able to find other pictures and videos of the stuff that I do. This gun right here, if you wanted this exact package on this Glock 43, it would be $75. If you wanted this exact package on a full-size gun or like a compact gun, like a 19 or 17, it'd be more like $100. But, and actually, if, like, say you live far away, say you live in California or Hawaii or wherever, I don't care, your money spends the same as it does as the guy down the street does. So I'll be doing all my framework business and Cerakote and all that kind of stuff. I'll be doing it through my local shop. I've partnered with the guys at TNT Tactical. That stands for Tazzle New Tazzle, here in East Tennessee. So that, again, that's TNT Tactical. You can search them up on Facebook and Instagram as well. So you can ship me your gun from wherever. You'll ship it directly to them. You'll even pay them. You don't even have to pay me directly. And I'll be doing all my work through those guys. So look them up, look my page up, and you can send me your gun from wherever. If you got a, whatever it is, I don't care. Just tell me what you want. I'll make it happen. Thanks for checking us out, guys. Appreciate it.